So
yeah.
The actual tones that I get to work with are great. So
that always helps, doesn't it?
And it's kind of easy with Craig because he actually doesn't want a lot of guitar in his wedges. He does want it when he goes out and does solos.
Right.
So I boost it for all the solos, but it makes it kind of easy because for his channels, I actually get to EQ it more for in-ears.
Okay.
And same with Lenny. In the beginning, it was all about he called me on the phone before I actually took the job because he wanted to see what I would do differently.
Okay.
And I told him, I don't know what I'm actually do totally differently than someone else, but we can obviously work on a lot of things and figure out the tone that you're wanting. He used to be a lot more wedges.
Okay.
I was trying to tell him, if we can bring down stage volume and stuff like that, if you're still okay with a certain thing. Problem is, he's a guitar player, so we ended up going with he has a little 12-inch Celestion speaker that's. I've got my blow-through wedges.
Right.
So I've got
just 2 NLA.
on this tour I only have 2, but on the full tour I have 4.
Okay.
And then he has his actual cabinet in front of him that's getting the sound of all of his amps that go through that.
And it's just coming back through a guitar 12-inch that's blasting right back at it.
When he's playing guitar, he's usually playing down
right
stage
there.
center, right at his mic position. I mean, he does go off, but usually he's playing there. So when he's doing that, he gets his own tone, and that way it's not a different sound through his wedges. And he's real particular about that.
What's what are the ear monitor buds? What are the molds everybody's using?
This one's a hodgepodge, but
oh yeah.
Lenny's on JH16s.
Okay.
I worked with Jerry when I did the Lee tour this last year.
Okay.
And so I've got a good relationship with him. So he was on the UE18s.
Okay.
Before. Now he's on 16s. The drummer is on JH16s. So is Gail Dorsey, the bass player.
Okay.
Horn section is on Centaphonics. The trumpet player is a French trumpet player, so he's got some, doesn't really say what company on him, but
right.
Another generic in-ear mold. Gabe, the trombone player, was on Glee with me as well, and he's on UE11 Ambience.
Wow.
And then
it really is a hodgepodge.
George, the keyboard player, is on 18s, I believe.
Wow.
It's either 18s or 11s.
Okay, that's
everybody's on something different.
But that makes your job a little harder, doesn't it? Because they all sound different. The Sensophonics, are they on the 3D ambient system or just a straight one?
No, he's got the two. I know the actual name of it.
Yeah. What are you using for the transmitters on the in-ears?
Oh, amazing. By the way, I gotta give them credit for these. Is the Shure 1000s.
Okay.
Yep. Amazing. Coverage-wise, when I go to the dressing room and I go and actually put on Lenny's ears, I don't put on anyone else's ears. I have them. I set them up like this in the dressing room. They pick them up, put their packs on and stuff.
Right.
The band is all on the PSM 900s,
right,
which are great as well. But with the dual diversity with the 1000s, I can actually go to the dressing room, put on his in-ears. I usually, with most artists, I don't like. With Kiss, I didn't have 1000s yet, but I don't turn their packs on until they come out. They actually, like, Kiss puts them on, they put their in-ears in. I have to cable them up like through their suits and stuff, and then I don't turn it on until I get to stage because of dropouts.
Okay.
With these, I turn on his pack in the dressing room and I tape it. I tape over his volume. He doesn't.
Really?
I make so he can't touch the volume. I tape over the cable as well, the actual 1/8-inch input as well. So with these, I turn them on, and most arena shows, some clubs are different because of concrete stuff, but most arena shows I can turn on his stuff and it won't drop out.
And it won't drop out from the dressing room.
Yeah.
Wow. So
the first day I got him, we were rehearsing in Charlotte, at Coliseum in Charlotte, and I wanted to test them out. And so what I did is I kept walking, and I noticed that, like, I had music with my iPod through the console into my Q pack. I wanted to see how far I could go with it, and I kept going in the arena, but around, and I was in a kitchen somewhere, and closing doors, and I still heard everything. There was no dropouts whatsoever.
That's fantastic. And in the UHF world, you just don't find that. You know,
great.
That's
absolutely great. And he's got Lenny has a deal with Shure, so they have good. They have really good support with us for these 1000s. I actually have another set. So this is just this is Lenny 1 and 2. Alex is his guitar tech that's been there for a long time, so he's pretty much his go-to guy.
Right.
And I have my Q pack off here as well, so it's the same sound. I can set the same dial to it.
Right.
But I have another set of frequencies for overseas. So I have a whole nother, just for these, for the band stuff, I bring the 900s with me everywhere. And actually, we've done Europe and we've done South America and all U.S. and I haven't had a problem with any of these frequencies I have right now, but I have backup as well.
Yeah, you have to.
So,
it's getting more
really
and more
good.
crowded. Well, it's like there's the frequency sheet, and you can see how much of that is blocked out. It's MGM is like Mark Dennis, who
There's
does
a lot of it.
Yeah.
I just went through it, and that's why I need one of their guys to come here to tell me what I'm actually allowed
what you're
to
actually
do.
allowed to go into. Well, I know when they were just replacing the 700 when they had to for the cost stuff here, it cost them $400,000.
Yeah.
That's how much wireless it was. It's insane.
Yeah.